And I keep mentioning this bike. I haven't told you what it is. One of my favorite Harley-Davidsons I've ever test ridden. It's going to surprise some people. Maybe it surprised the heck out of me.
Hey, what's up guys? Brandon Hart. Welcome back to the channel. Today's topic, we're going to talk about the new 2025 announcements by Harley-Davidson. They did release their touring models, and we'll go over some of those. And one special bike that I hold near and dear to my heart, one of my favorite Harley-Davidsons. But we'll talk about that. We're going to get in the video. I'm going to hop on my bike. I've got my 2021 Street Glide Special. Before we head out, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, maybe like this video, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any content. I talk about pretty much everything Harley-Davidson and American cruiser motorcycles. So if that's your cup of tea, you're in the right place. Hey, let's get to riding. Cue the intro.
I think I figured out the perfect riding temperature. It's 70 degrees. You can just throw on that hoodie and it feels great. Nice cool air when you're going, a little bit of sun. The benefits of Florida, am I right? Harley-Davidson has officially released the first segment of their 2025 models. They decided to start with the touring bikes. The first thing I noticed, there's no Ultra. Harley-Davidson did away with the Ultra. I was kind of going through my computer, looking through some things and building my own bike. For both the Street Glide and Road Glide, there are some new color schemes. Some I think are going to be a little controversial, especially given how expensive they are. We've got two colors with flames. One of them is black with flames. And I do this live, so I'm going to misquote a couple things here and there, but I'll put the official paint color up. The other flames color is based on their Whiskey Fire, I believe. Whiskey Fire flames. And those paint jobs are both $2,800 to $2,900. So that's your top of the line paint. And there's two other paint colors. One is Mystic something. It's like this purple, almost color changing type of thing. And then my favorite of all the colors that came out is the purple denim. And I'll put the official paint names up here because I'm sure I'm wrong. But it is a purple and it's a denim. And I do like the denim styles to the Harleys. Got that flat look. I think especially with like a black engine, they look great. So my favorite of the new colors is purple. The purple denim. I think it looks really sharp. I also don't think it's going to be insanely popular because a lot of Harley guys, I don't know, purple's kind of out there. I think the flames are probably going to sell a lot better, and they knew it because the price is on them too. You're paying almost $3,000 for paint. Pretty hefty add-on if you ask me. The purple and the Mystic, I believe, are an $800-ish upcharge. I think the flames is a pretty interesting choice. Definitely more of an old school type of thing. The flames and skulls. A little bit before my generation. Not to my liking, not a big flames guy, but I think the generation before me, they really like flames. So it sounds like instead of having the Ultra Limited, you'll have the ability to upfit and customize your bike with all the Harley accessories. So if you want to do the upfitting, it's going to cost you a ton of money. Kind of reminds me of the way cars are structured now. like in front of me, a Ford Explorer. I think your base model Ford Explorer, what, 35 grand? I might be wrong on that. But then it's a charge for the upfitting. You want the leather seats, the heated steering wheel, self-driving if they have it. You got to pay extra for all that. So I think that's what Harley's doing. And I agree with it. I think it makes sense. I don't think you really need that ultra model. Oh, they also released the new trikes, which interestingly enough, they didn't use the new fairings from 2024. So the trikes are going to be 2 years behind in fairings. I don't know why, like, why would they do that? I don't know what the purpose is. But if you want a trike, you're going to have an older fairing on it. Doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's like a factory thing. You guys let me know. One of the most forgotten about bikes in recent years, and a bike that I really like, I almost got instead of the Street Glide, is the Harley Road King. And they haven't changed a thing on Road Kings in many, many years. I think there's one new color, maybe it's like the Amber Whiskey Fire, whatever you want to call it, is the new Road King color, but that's it. You don't get a CVO, you get nothing with the Road King. I talked to a couple of my friends at the dealership, and they say they sell them. Obviously, it's not on the level of a Road Glide, which is probably Harley's #1 selling bike. So of course they're going to invest in the bike that sells the most. Makes sense. But what I'm really interested in is what Harley does with the Softail model. And I mentioned earlier another model I'm excited about. But first with the Softails, my guess with the Softail family, does Harley do a Softail CVO? Maybe put the 121 motor on the Lowrider ST? I don't know, that thing might be pretty cool. So that'll be my hot take on the Softail family. Lowrider ST CVO, or Lowrider CVO, they'll probably just call it. And basically all built up with the 121 motor. Be very interesting to see something like that. And I keep mentioning this bike. I haven't told you what it is. One of my favorite Harley-Davidsons I've ever test ridden. It's going to surprise some people. Maybe it surprises the heck out of me. It's a Pan America. So I think, just like the Softail family, maybe we see a Pan America CVO. That might be pretty sweet. I've seen some of these builds out from the West Coast on the Pan Americas too, and man, they make those into like these apocalyptic style scramblers, basically, like the knobby tires and stripped down. They look really cool. So maybe we get a Pan America CVO and a Lowrider CVO. Pan America's not going to have the 121 because they've got that Revo Max 1250. But maybe have a built-up motor on it. That bike's quick, dude. One of the faster Harleys I've ridden. Loved it. If you haven't ridden a Pan America, you got to get your butt on one. At least do a test ride and see what I'm talking about. I thought people looked kind of goofy riding them, like the ADV bikes. You're all upright and everything, but being on one, is a great experience. The Lowrider is my Softail hot take. Pan America is my, I guess that's the only hot take in the ADV family. And then you get down to the smaller frame bikes, Sportster S, the Nightster. This is a tough one, man. I think the Sportster S's are pretty cool. They're fast. Not your typical Harley, but the Nightster, it just feels like there's not really a place for it. I know I made that video saying they need to appeal to younger riders, but I think it's still priced a little too high. Oh, maybe it's a nice bike. I do want to ride one, but I don't see many people on Nightsters about town. It feels like they could just get rid of the Nightster and no one would notice or care. And if you're a Nightster fan, let me know about that bike, by the way. I'm not talking crap, I just don't see them a lot, so I don't think they're very popular. And when you visit Harley dealerships, it's not like you see a lot of them on the floor, which would indicate to me they're not really selling. But hey, please prove me wrong. Maybe I got that one mixed up, but I don't see the Nightster really lasting much longer. I still wish they had a different entry-level bike other than the Sportster S, which, again, that's on my list to test ride, but I'm being told that's not necessarily a beginner bike. It's a pretty fast and capable machine. So I want to ride one, but sort of that bike in the sub 10K category would be cool. We're not going to get it for 2025, in my opinion. I still think it's a gap. Yeah, everybody always says, well, just buy a used bike. I know. But usually manufacturers have that entry-level bike. Like, you've got the 250s or the 300s now on the sport bikes. Most lineups have them. Indian's got the Scout, which is decently priced. And I guess the only direct Harley competitor to the Scout is probably the Nightster. I don't think the Sportster S is in the same class. But that's my thoughts so far. We've got the two CVO predictions. Pan America CVO and the Lowrider CVO, or Lowrider ST CVO. I just think that's a lot of letters. But y'all comment below, let me know what you think is coming. Also, let me know what you think about these new colors and the options on the touring bikes. I think I priced one out with the flames and all that kind of stuff, and it's gonna bring you to the mid 30,000s, mid 30s. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, let me know what you think about the changes. Anybody buying those new colors? Anybody absolutely crazy about the flames or the purple or the mystic color? Let me know in the comments. Put your prediction down there. I'd like to see. I mean, hey, maybe they do something crazy. There's a reason they didn't come out with all the models, right? Like, they gotta have something that grabs attention. So we'll see. But I'm gonna continue my ride on this beautiful day. If you wouldn't mind helping me out here, subscribe to the channel, maybe like this video, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my content. I love riding, and we're gonna keep out of here for you guys. I appreciate y'all. If you ride, keep that rubber side down. Peace.